Hey, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. So let's get the numbers up. Friday evening podcast because we have just massive news to digest. More Jeffrey Epstein files out, millions of documents. And as I said in the last video, we'll let everybody get over here. Let's get the numbers up. But to be clear, as I said in the last video, I am not in the Epstein files myself. I'm a journalist talking about it. I was one of the first people to cover Pizzagate 10 years ago and have kept an interest in this seeing the light of day. But no, to be clear, I'm not in the Epstein files. You got all the people in the Epstein files are still free, and some of them are literally watching our content, I guess because I'm one of the biggest YouTubers actually talking about this in the US. You got guys like Alex Jones who have bigger channels, and they're trying to confuse you guys. Like, it's not that confusing. The documents have come out. Justice.gov/Epstein. Search for John Podesta. You'll see the Podesta emails are being closely tracked by Jeffrey Epstein himself. So you also see close to 1,000 references to pizza and grape soda. Billionaires begging each other for another chance to have some grape soda. You don't think a billionaire can get a can of grape soda on his own? You don't think that's not code language? But no, to be clear, we had some pro-pedophile spammers saying that actually I'm in the Epstein files. All about me, all about little David Seaman, huh? No, I'm not in the Epstein files at all. Obviously, hundreds or thousands of people share my name, and there's a blank document, the Epstein files, blank document of somebody who has the same first and last name as me, some Canadian in the oil industry. It's a document from 2011. And again, there's no contents to the document. It's not an email exchange between Jeffrey Epstein and this man who shares my name. It's just literal nonsense. I mean, you can track where I was when I was 24, 25 years old. I was not a Canadian oil executive, period. It can be easily debunked. And that's all these pedophiles have, is trying to turn it around on you. Isn't that crazy? Like, here I'm one of the first people who covered this story. It's broken wide, massive vindication, absolutely massive vindication. And on a Friday night, their little monkeys are up in the comments. Aren't you in the files? No, not even a little bit. I can sleep well, unlike these creeps. Unlike these creeps. How does anybody buy a Tesla after the Musk brothers showing up in the files as much as they did? When you have billions of dollars, why do you need Jeffrey Epstein to introduce you to women? Women. And are these actually of age women? Does Epstein have a legitimate matchmaking service on the side? Or is it all underage shit? Right? How does anybody buy a Tesla at this point in time? That, and he retired the Model S and the Model X, the two coolest looking Teslas. The one has the fly up doors, and the other one is just cool looking. The guy's lost his instincts. He's lost his touch. Look at those emails. What an absolute creep. Next level creep. But yeah, to be clear, I'm not in the Epstein files. I'm not a Canadian oil executive. These are sad, scary people. Isn't that scary that 10 years later, these creeps still follow me on YouTube with their sad, cold eyes? Their sad, cold eyes and their low income and their small little brains just sitting there in Virginia. We got to discredit him. No, you pizza heads are done. You pizza heads are absolutely done. Justice.gov/Epstein. Justice.gov/Epstein. And just type in pizza, 1,000 results. Type in John Podesta. It shows that Epstein himself was tracking the Podesta emails after they came out, was tracking references to them. And it came out that Jeffrey Epstein was basically some kind of pedo Tony Soprano. All these emails of the world's elite asking him what to do next. You see, nobody has any agency in the world, apparently, aside from Israeli pedos. Nobody seems to have any agency. Nobody's doing what they want. They're all asking Jeffrey Epstein, what do I do next? Can you introduce me to so and so? Can you get this? Can you get that? In fact, in one of the emails, Jeffrey Epstein mocks. He mocks one of his acquaintances, some Harvard professor. They keep going back and forth, and Jeffrey Epstein starts mocking him, saying, hey, Jeffrey, can you get me this? Hey, Jeffrey, can you get me that? Hey, Jeffrey, can you introduce me to this person? Hey, Jeffrey, and yet you show me nothing in return. That's what Jeffrey Epstein said to this Harvard professor. Yet you do nothing for me in return. Like literal Godfather or Tony Soprano stuff, except a pedo on an island. A pedo on an island. And they have the nerve to say, aren't you in the files? No, not even a little bit. These are such lame people that 10 years later, they're still watching closely. We need very fair trials for every single one of these creeps. Traitors against America, traitors against civilization. I mean, it's out there. You got 8 countries now have opened up investigations as the result of these emails coming out. And they just came out days ago. So you got to give it some time. You got to give it some time, absolutely, but not too much time. We don't want all the people talking about this to just be eliminated by whoever these creeps are harassing us. We don't want that because we're done with these people. We're all done with these folks. Yeah, this is a very big story, very big wake-up call. Doesn't get bigger. How is it going to get bigger than this? When was the last time the federal government dropped 3.5 million documents showing a child trafficking and murder ring that politicians and business executives are, for whatever reason, intimately devoted to? Again, devoted to it so much so that I can't even put up a little bit of content without people trying to do their satanic spin around. It's like, God, aren't you in the files, Seaman? Are you a Canadian oil executive from 2011? No, not even a little bit. Just literally not me. And again, when you look at that document, there's nothing there. It's just the name. Again, 2011 Canadian document talking about oil. Not my specialty. I wasn't even talking about Bitcoin then. This was before Bitcoin even for me. But no, that's what they do, is just satanic inversion, because they actually have nothing else going on. They're actually very stupid people. Stupid people born into their money. Very stupid people. Obviously, they're stupid because after they make their billions, who do they ask to help them find a woman? A woman? They ask Jeffrey Epstein. So here's the question. Are all these women of age that Jeffrey Epstein is referring to Kimball Musk? Are these women of age? The whole thing is so bizarre. Why did Elon Musk demand for months that these files come out? And then he's like the Scooby-Doo villain at the center of it all. I mean, he said he didn't have any relationship with him. Then the emails come out showing he's begging to go to the island on Christmas Day. Christmas Day 2012. You can watch the funny Jon Stewart segment, ripping Elon to shreds over this one. And the spammers for the pedos have the nerve to say, aren't I in the files? These spammer pedos. 10 years it took us to get the actual documents, the actual proof. 10 years. And in the meantime, they drove Virginia Giuffre. They drove her to her death. They killed or intimidated into silence many other people. And it was all real. Real beyond words. It was all real beyond words, folks. Again, you go to justice.gov/Epstein. Type in pizza, type in grape soda. You get email exchanges between Jeffrey Epstein and the world's elite talking about pizza parties and grape soda. Come on, folks. These are billionaires. These are Harvard professors. These are tech CEOs, prominent tech CEOs, asking each other, when's the next grape soda-thon? This isn't a fraternity. These are the world's elite asking Jeffrey Epstein, when can we get that grape soda next? Pretty sick people. It's absolutely shameful. Absolutely shameful. People just act like nothing happened. No, we know what these people are now. We don't think it, we know it. And so you won't silence me by trying to manufacture some claims against me. I've said my say, and it shows how pathetic these people are. They're actually watching me 10 years later. Hey, little-minded ones, we got Bitcoin right. We got Ethereum right. We got you being pizza heads right. That's 3 for 3, actually 4 for 4, because we were early investors in AI. Got AI right. I don't have to be some little low income guy in Virginia tapping away on a computer trying to cover up for pedophiles. The most traitorous thing you can do right now. The most traitorous, un American, subhuman thing you can do right now. But these people have no self awareness, no self awareness at all, truly evil. To brush up against evil so often, these are truly evil people. And they're currently in power. So something's got to change. Thank you, guys. I just wanted to specify that. Happy to take any other questions, but I agree with you. COVID and this are the two biggest stories of our lifetime, and sadly interconnected. You look at some of the emails, sadly interconnected there. Really bad people. Bill Gates planning a pandemic with Jeffrey Epstein as early as 2017, the emails show. I hope we can pull this off. That's what one of the goons of the email exchange said. The one that's gotten a lot of exposure on X, on former Twitter. This email exchange that involves some Bill Gates goons and some of Jeffrey Epstein's acquaintances. I hope we can pull this off. These people are sick beyond words. Yeah, I would do these live streams years ago. You remember correctly. I was doing these back in 2016, 2017. 10 years, folks, 10 years, hot tub time machine. Anyway, I'm gonna get going, but stay on these people. Look through the files nonstop, and then demand prosecution. What is this joke? What is this joke that other countries are hauling people in for questioning, and yet nothing happens here? People celebrate the Musk brothers. They have to answer for their emails.